All right, day one of the challenge. So how we're gonna do this, I kind of already mapped out what I want to do today, which is gonna be a small competitive analysis. Usually if I start a new project, I would do it more in depth. Just right now, because we already decided that we're just gonna build this anyway, and because my partner already has the content and already has the connections, we're gonna do it either way. Like usually I would go very in depth, like, would I be able to rank in Google, or would I be able to actually make this work? I think with the following my partner has and requests we get already for recommendations, we can source traffic to this platform. So what's important for me to figure out now is I just put 5 big names here: TripAdvisor, Booking.com, Expedia, Agoda, and Google Travel. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna dive into Ahrefs. It's a keyword research tool. And we're just gonna see which pages are ranking best for best hotel Bali, best restaurant Bali. And then from there, we just see who's actually performing best, and we're just gonna do the competitive analysis on them. What I want to know is how they make money, what kind of information they have, like how they source their reviews, and how they also base their ratings. Like if it's just a top 10 listing on who is paying the most, or is it actually based on an algorithm, or like based on reviews? And we're gonna divide this in 2 categories. One is the bigger travel platforms, like I just mentioned, and then also the smaller travel blogs and niche sites. I know there's actually one, they're more focused on honeymoons in Bali. It's a new website and it's actually ranking quite well, but I think this is a website that we actually can compete with on the short term. So yeah, basically what I wrote down is like, what's their business model? What's their content quality? How is their user experience? Like, how can I search for a specific, like if I'm looking for the best hotel or best restaurant, like how are they providing the information? Is it just Bali only, or do they separate it in different categories? And based on that, we can map out our website architecture. Verification processes, this is more related to reviews. Like if I want to build reviews on my own platform, I would need to figure out how they do this. Then the strengths and weaknesses, and then if there's any misleading information, like I said, like if they just based it on who's paying most. Same I want to do for the smaller websites, but I just want to see their content strategy and posting frequency, monetization approach, social media presence, community engagement tactics, transparency about sponsorships and most successful content, and then check if there's any content gaps or opportunities. And what I mean with that is just to see, are they not covering topics? Like if there's a new upcoming area in Bali, are they covering this already, or can we get ahead of them by covering this? Then what I did, I made a quick platform analysis. I will put this in a Google Sheet. It's easier. I will just make some notes. And here I'm just going to add some information that I just want to store, so then we can start working from that. Okay, so what I did, I quickly put this in a Google Sheet divided into tabs. So 1 booking platforms and 1 travel blogs. I always like to freeze the first row if I want to filter it later. We're not going to store that much data. It's what I always do. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I kind of just want to touch base on those top 5 booking platforms or travel platforms like Booking.com, Agoda, TripAdvisor. But what I first want to do is just to see what's actually ranking in Google right now. I think we're gonna just check in the United States the data. So what I use is Ahrefs. So let's say best hotel Bali. So here you can just see how many people are actually searching for it. Let's search for best hotel in Bali. I will quickly update it and then show you on how I usually do the keyword research. Okay, so this is updated now. What I like to check here is the global search volume. So what's interesting here is that in Indonesia, it has the most search traffic. So what I'm already thinking now is that since my partner is from Indonesia, it might be very interesting to have a multilingual website. So primary language will be English, but like if we also want to target local tourists, we can just have a short translation of pages in Indonesian, which will give us access to more traffic. Australia, number 2. Australia is very close to Bali, and many Australians go to Bali for holiday. So this will be also our target audience. United States, India, Malaysia. We could potentially translate in the future. But let's first see if we actually start getting traffic and if it's actually profitable. If anyone's interested, I can explain you exactly on how I usually do proper keyword research. Just right now, I'm just interested in to see like which pages are actually ranking. So this is the top results in Google. So what's happening a lot in the travel niche is that TripAdvisor is ranking top 3, like CNN Traveler or CN Traveler, sorry. Those are quite difficult to compete with, and I think this is also not what we should see as our competitors. We are more focusing on actual reviewing the stays and actually show content of those places. As mentioned before, Bali Honeymoon Guide is one that is quite new. What you can look at is domain rating. So this is basically a metric from Ahrefs where they base how good your domain is based on backlinks and also how old your domain is, etc. For me, it's good to see that this is a new website with a domain rating of 22. Like, we should be able to compete with them, which means that for a keyword like best hotels in Bali, we could show up in the top 10 if we execute proper SEO, which is amazing. So TripAdvisor is in the top 10. Then let's see if booking.com is there. TripAdvisor another time, Flyer Talk, and Traveler. Agoda is here as well. They focus on accommodations. So what we're gonna do is just, I think CN Traveler, we should include this in the research. So let's just have a website, look at our website, how we choose. So this is what I want to know, right? Down list has been selected. Okay, so they're basically claiming that I actually stayed at the property. What I also just want to figure out right now, so one thing I already see is they run ads on their website. So one of the monetization models is that they ads to. So what we can do now is booking platform, CNN Traveler. I don't need this. Business model 1 is Google Ads. Then they also, I assume that this is their Pinterest. Just also good to know, like Pinterest marketing is still working quite efficiently. They repost it. But what you can do, you can upload your images to Pinterest, share it, and then get traffic from Pinterest as well. So I'm not an expert in this, but I will have to have a look in this on how to actually properly execute this. So basically they just have a short description. They have, this is also good to know, they have a pop-up if you scroll a percentage of the page to subscribe to the email list. I'm not interested. Here it's full of advertisements. So their primarily monetization model is Google Ads, I would say. Then the other one is here, book at Expedia and book at booking.com. So they have an affiliate partnership with those two providers. So basically what happens if I now open booking.com, there will be a tag in the URL, like a UTM tag. And basically here, affiliate new. Basically now what happens if I would book this stay right now, they get a percentage of the booking fee. I think booking.com does 20%. I'm not 100% sure. I have to look into this as well to monetize the website, but basically what happens, so booking.com on the booking takes 20%. So let's say I book a stay of $100 a night and booking.com gets $20 of that. And then I think they pay between 20 and 50% of the revenue of booking.com. So if I get 50% of that, that will mean $10 per booking of $100 a night stay. So if there's many bookings, that can be quite interesting. And then I assume that with Expedia is the same. So I just want to write down right now is monetization, Google Ads. I'm not going to do Google Ads from the beginning. I'm not a big fan of spamming my websites with ads. We can look into it in the future. Affiliate, and then we have booking.com and Expedia. And basically what I'm curious about now, so they have this page. I'm curious. So how I would want to structure my website is having different sections, right? So like one is stays, one is dining, one is experiences, maybe like rafting or whatever. And then every category would have their own single page. So this is a category hotels, and then a Raffles Bali is a single page. So I just want to know how they structure their page. Okay, basically they don't provide any information. Like probably when we check, and another pop-up, probably when we check booking.com and TripAdvisor, they have properly structured pages, very optimized for SEO. This one doesn't. They could actually start improving on that. So weaknesses, not properly optimized pages. I think they don't do reviews, if I'm not mistaken. No, they do not. So this website is not too relevant for me. Okay, they rank quite high in Google, but I'm not gonna take an example of those. So coming back to Ahrefs, I'm then interested in TripAdvisor. They're killing it and they're great. Okay, so this I like. So basically they give directly an option on where you want to stay. I want to figure this out as well. Like, can I build something where I just give my availability and then somehow maybe connect with an API of booking.com or whoever will be my affiliate partner to then give directly the availability options. I'm not sure how this works, but this is something we would need to figure out. So I'm gonna write this down as well. Figure out how to show availability data of hotels and stays. Okay, so they would just have a page, Bali hotels and places to stay, then a top list with the pages, and then this is the reviews they show. So they also show hotel prices from, hotel reviews, hotel photos. What's the best time to visit? I think this is something we should add. Best time to visit. So Bali has 2 seasons, like rainy season and dry season, and also it's very dependent on touristic seasons as well. Like if there's winter in Australia, there's many Australian. When there's winter in Europe, there's many European people. So if you're looking to have like a more chill stay, you should avoid the high season. And maybe we can build something around that where we say like, okay, hey, do you just want some more peace? Or maybe we can figure out if there's data where in Ubud, which is a city in Bali, it's less busy in March, then we suggest them to go to Ubud in March. Okay, so this is great. And then so this is what I was saying, right? So they have a properly optimized page for this. So they show the address, they show the website, probably also with a affiliate link, their phone number, their email, their WhatsApp. This is a good thing about Bali, Indonesia. Everything is with WhatsApp. Like you can WhatsApp a restaurant, you can WhatsApp a spa. Like you don't need to actually call or make an online booking. Just WhatsApp them and you're good to go. So what they have here, so they have the title, they have information and reviews. Then here they show again the reviews and what they are basing their reviews on. A short description, then the amenities. This is good for me to know. I might just see how they do their amenities. Single hotel page. We'll get into this later when we start defining the whole database, but basically I also want to add amenities, room features, room types, just so that when a user is on the website and they're looking specifically for a bungalow or they want like ocean view, like we can add those filters to the database and people can navigate based on that. So I think we can just see what different providers are using for amenities and then structure that. Then they have, you may also like, this is great for internal linking, location. I like this map. So we can show a map with all the places that we reviewed and how to get there, restaurants close by, attractions. I like this a lot. So I'm just gonna add this. The tool I'm using is Obsidian, by the way, for note taking. Like you can use anything. Like I used to use ClickUp a lot. I just switched to Obsidian. It's easier to type for me. Okay, and then they also work with trip.com. So I want to add this as well in my... Okay, so basic. And I'm curious about how they actually do their reviews. Okay, so this is actually real persons. So what I know also with TripAdvisor, many hotels, when you check out, they ask you to fill in the TripAdvisor review form and add some pictures. So I think this is a good way, and like we can definitely not do this, but something that we could do, if it's possible and legal, is to just take an average of their reviews. So let's say 449 reviews from TripAdvisor and 600 reviews from booking.com. So we would just show the number of ratings, maybe even link to the page on TripAdvisor, and then just show like, okay, hey, on average on the internet, this is the rating. And then we show next to that our own rating, like our own experience. So maybe I should add that as well. So show average ratings of major platforms plus own experience rating. And this I already added. Okay, so we'll just start adding it to the sheet. So we have TripAdvisor. They basically make money on affiliate. Also this one based on affiliate. Content quality, bad. Search filtering, I didn't even check. Let's see, search filtering. Yeah, I know it's good, like they're great companies. So let's say I want Bali, hotels or things to do. I want hotels. And then here they also have the different areas, right? So if I want to stay in Ubud, it will then show me all the hotels in Ubud. I also use Ahrefs toolbar, and basically then I can just see the heading structure. So the H1 is the best hotels in Ubud, which is the primary keyword. Then they have property types, amenities, distance from neighborhoods. So we should, when we map out the whole page structure, we should just have this as well. But then we can just do another research on how we actually should start structure the page. I also want to add this. I'm not sure how they do it, but we can figure this out. There we go. Okay, so basically their navigation. Let's say I want to check in 17 till 19. Yeah, so they integrate with booking.com. So we just need to figure out how to do this. So Traveloka, Trip.com, Agoda, and Traveloka. So this is all websites that we can approach for a partnership. Probably most of them already have a setup partnership. Just we should check if we can get better deals. Yeah, so for navigations, I would say we can content quality, good, great content, plus great review system, great mobile experience. I know it's good, but we can quickly check. So it's easy to know. This is a little bit off. I don't want me to verify. I know it's good. We don't need to check that. I just want to make quick notes here so that if when I start structuring my page, I just quickly need to see other reviews by TripAdvisor, strong brand, and reviews, hotel, push for reviews for higher bookings. So what I mean with this, like the better amount of reviews you have on TripAdvisor or Booking.com or Google My Business, the most likely the more bookings you get. Okay, next big one is CNN Travel already had for, but let's check Booking.com here. Their monetization models just they take a cut from the booking fee, right? So as I told you before, if I book $100 stay, they get 20% on that booking. They're just facilitating the platform, and then if you book something, they take a fee. It's very straightforward. Basically here, I just want to see again, what is their content structure? Probably it's something like best hotels in Bali. I'll search luxury hotels in Bali, find the best hotels that appeal to you most. And then they separate it here in areas. So this is the Ubud, Kuta, Seminyak. So probably if I click this, I go to a page for luxury hotels in Ubud, and then it only shows. So navigation here is also good. Most booked hotels this month, and then this also works fine. Okay, then again, I'm curious about their single page. Here's the title, address, similar to TripAdvisor. Here already one review. Short description, same as TripAdvisor. Most popular facilities, availability, types of room. I'm not sure if this would something that we would do, because it would mean that either we copy content of the rooms from the property itself, or if we do a collaboration, we say like we shoot content of all the rooms, which could be beneficial. Maybe I should just write that down. USB, ask property when there's a collaboration to shoot content of all room types. The more data we can add, I think the better it's for the user. I think questions from travelers could be nice. We could even add this to the platform itself, or we can even ask the staff like, okay, what's the most asked question you get in a daily, just in your daily job. FAQs from guests and from hotel staff at future to ask this on the platform. So they also do what's nearby. So this is all kind of basically the same, right? So amenities, same. So I think once we start structuring the database, we just map out all the amenities, all the facilities, all the whatever, and then we just add this. Whenever we add a listing to the website, we just add all those amenities, and then people can search and filter based on those. And then for the what's nearby, I think we should just work with geo locations. So we just add the coordinates of the location, and then based on that we can make a calculation on how far something is. So I quickly fill this in, like it's not gonna be booking fee 20%, good content, great imagery. I actually need to see if we can use the good all verified reviews by booking.com. Yeah, this is the same. So once you stay at a hotel via booking.com, usually they ask, and even booking.com, they will spam you with emails saying like, hey, please leave a review. So that's great. So weaknesses, I don't think, compared in this niche and like just for a major platform, I don't think there's many negative aspects on booking.com. Which one did I mention more? Agoda. So what you actually can do is site agoda.com and then best hotel Bali. So here it will now show you the top accommodations in Bali. So basically this is a way to just filter in a website. Like you can put your own website and then you can just push or search whatever you need in this specific website. So let's say I want to stay in March, traveling alone. Here again, I want to see the structure. Okay, they only have ratings. This is not great. So again, this is just navigation, same stuff as every other website. Then list with hotels, they actually advertise their own. Probably this, like if you install the app now, you get 12% discount on your booking. Limited time sale, maybe this is a good one. They have an award system, which I kind of like. Maybe we can do something with that award system. Maybe let's say we visit 50 hotels, well, maybe 100 hotels a year. That's maybe a lot, maybe 50. And then we just make an award system like, okay, we think that this is the best kids friendly, or we can play around with this, but I think a little gamification is always nice to do. So let's open the single page again. So here again, I want to see the page structure, Palm Resort highlights, vacation, ratings. Okay, the heading structure is not great. Okay, so what we have here is a short description, then the highlights, offers available, facilities. They have like a CTA, not a CTA, they just have a notification like, okay, actually 32 people booked today, so make sure you book quickly. They have their booking options with the rooms. I like TripAdvisor and booking.com way more. This is way too messy for me. But again, they also have quite some here, 2,360 reviews. So if we do this aggregating of different reviews of different platforms, we should definitely include them. Yeah, I don't think this is any better than booking.com, like Agoda. Then I assume they also take a booking fee. I actually don't know, like they don't run any ads. I think they also take a booking fee. We can do some research into this later. Average content, images, good, sales filtering, not a big fan. Mobile experience, I don't know, I also don't really care. Like let's just, yeah, probably this same, all verified by Agoda. And strong brands, same. Like I think Agoda's more focused on local tourism, so we just need to see. I think they're also cheaper. Like sometimes I book with Agoda and it's cheaper than booking with a booking.com or a TripAdvisor. And TripAdvisor is then working again with an Agoda and a booking.com. So I think for the big platforms, we're good to go. Like also this is the least interesting for me. I'm way more interested in the smaller travel blogs because this is what we on short term can compete with. And I think it's also good that once we build this platform, we just give it a personal touch. Because like now when you go to a booking.com, there's no personal experience, of course, from other travelers. But I think it's good that if me and my partner just go there and explain how we experience the stay, it's way more valuable than just a 3,000 people with different expectations. And if people can relate with us, then they kind of know what they're getting themselves into. So the first one I want to look into is the, where was it? Bali Honeymoon Guide. So again, H1, the 22 most luxurious hotels. I see that most are focusing on luxurious. Like I think they also hear what jet hotels. But yeah, so basically let's add them first to the sheet. I actually know the owner of the website and they're doing quite well. But basically they're really focusing on honeymoons. So if you're from Australia or in Europe or the US, you want to do a honeymoon. So they now write all the content about all those different stays. But I think what they do, they sell packages. Yeah, here. So they sell pre-fetched packages of your honeymoon to Bali. And I think that's the biggest monetization. But let's see what they do with the other pages. So let's see. Okay, so top 22 most luxurious hotels. They have the listing. This just goes to image, I think, yeah. Then their favorite hotels. Then what they also do is here, different hotels per different areas. For some reason I cannot click it. They have it in a page. So this is something I wouldn't do. I would just separate it. I would make a page for the best hotels in Uluwatu or the best hotels in Ubud. They just have one big page with the 22 most luxurious and then separated by. So okay, so number one, Ayana Resort and Spa. Then they have a CTA, check prices now. This, I assume, goes to one of the affiliate partners. Yeah, so this again would have their affiliate tag. Once someone books, they get affiliate commission. And then this also booking.com. So yeah, so basically they have 3 CTAs on the page. So love it, check the prices now, check availability, and check availability. And then probably they do this with every property. So their monetization is 1, affiliation with booking providers, 2, with the packages they're selling. So monetization is affiliation and selling. This in the future could actually work for us as well, where we say, hey, if we get an inquiry for, hey, I want to do my honeymoon to Bali, do you have any suggestion? We can work together with them, like, hey, they have prefetched packages, and then we can actually maybe work together with them and see if they want to work together with that. Partnerships with Honeymoon, content strategy. So okay, let's like check a little bit more. So if we put their domain, I have here another one open. So we go to Site Explorer in Ahrefs. Again, if people are interested in learning this, I can explain it to you. So what I'm curious about is their top pages and their new pages. So basically the blue line shows how many new pages they add over time. So total, they have 47 organic pages. That seems a little bit low. How you can also check it, again in Google, site, and then check their page. And then this is all the pages that are indexed. So this is 20 pages, 30 pages, 40. Okay, so they have a little bit more, but they're not ranking for any keywords, at least not in Ahrefs. Like, Ahrefs is just a database, but if you compare it to your own Google Search Console data or any other implementation or any other model or any other tool that you're using, it's not matching at all. So their content output is not that high. So I think they're primarily focusing on good content instead of just spamming out pages, which is good. And I think that's the way to go nowadays. And then also what I'm interested in is like, okay, their top page is the most luxurious hotels in Bali, the page that we just saw. Then they have best fine dining in Bali, best Bali beach clubs, private pool, Villa Bali. So they really focus on those things. And then here they have a review, Uma Garden Bali. And this is something that we should do as well. So for me, this will be in a different structure. So I would be having / dining, for example, and then Umar Garden Bali. So we just put it under there because then we can build it out as a directory. And then, yeah, so they link to the website. I think it's very difficult to monetize this, but this is just a good way to show people where to go to. So basically they just explain how it is. They show a picture of themselves, how the food and drinks is, picture of the food. We can do this as well. Conclusion, and then what they're doing, they're linking back to their pages on which regions. So this is great for internal linking. So basically they're saying like, okay, hey, if you are in Seminyak, for example, and you're looking for more options, go to this page. And then this is very strong. On every page they just show who they are, what they're doing. And here again, promoting their own product. So I think their content strategy is quality over quantity. I don't think they have a community, but we can check. So what we also should check is their social presence. I would assume they have an Instagram. Yeah, so they have 1,600 followers. I'm just gonna note this down. Gonna see when they posted. I'm not a big... So they're not active. Like this is 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Okay, they're quite active. Yeah, so basically they're just posting about all the honeymoon stuff, all the restaurants, all the hotels. Okay, so they're quite active on community engagement, frequently posting. Then also I want to see if they're transparent about their sponsorships. I assume they are. Yeah, here. Our articles do contain affiliate links. You can trust us to recommend only the experience that we love. So basically I think it's good also. I think it's even from a legal perspective, you have to mention it. I have another affiliate website where we do this. Well, basically say like, okay, we're trying to get the best deals for you guys, but if you click our links, we make a little bit of money. And I think that's fair. Like, they're producing the content for free. Of course, they're selling the packages. It's a business, but yeah, they're helping you guys out or whoever wants to do the honeymoon in Bali. And I think they should be rewarded for that. Top content is best luxury Bali. Sorry. Okay, let's see if there's any other small. This one, Penny Watson, small. I'm not sure what this website even is. It's a travel blogger. Okay. So what I also like to check if it's a new website is when they actually started posting. So they started in February 2021 and only now they start seeing some traffic. It's good to see like they don't put any backlinks over the longest time, but now they start building some backlinks. So even if I would now get into this niche, I would just start getting some backlinks and then I'd rank them fairly easily. Yeah, so they rank number 2 for best hotels in Bali. They also write about Melbourne. I'm only interested in Bali, obviously. And then, yeah, let's see their top pages so we can see how they're producing. They also don't have too many pages, so I think they also prefer quality over quantity. Then let's see their monetization model. So they checked out of Bali 2 days before intended. I don't really care. Booking.com. Here, if you see this link, booking.com. But they don't add affiliate links. She just adds the link also to the website. So I'm not sure if this person just is not aware that she can make money with those pages, because she could actually make some money if she just adds affiliate links and she's ranking number 2 for best hotels in Bali. She could make decent money, I think, and probably with her other pages as well. So I'm only interested in Bali. Can I quickly sleep? Raffles Bali, Jimbaran. Yeah, so she's also, I think, reviewing hotels. Yeah, so how's the check-in, the look? Oh, I kind of like this. So let's say check-in, room, what else? Food and drinks, food plus drinks, restaurants, maybe amenities. So I think this is quite important. Like sometimes when I'm at a hotel, like the check-in process is either super slow or the people are super rude. Like it doesn't happen often, especially not in Indonesia. Everyone is super friendly. But I think it's nice to see this. And I think usually you only read this online when there's a negative review. Like if someone has a bad experience with the check-in, then they start actual writing about it. But I think it's nice and no one else is doing it. Well, this person is doing it and I kind of like it. It's like, how is the check-in experience? Product, essentials, low light. Yeah, and then again, she's not adding any affiliate links. So I'm not sure if this person is not aware on how to monetize this and it's just a hobby. Good for her, I guess. But I would want to make money with the website. So I like no monetization. Or maybe what's happening, she gets invited to those hotels and then she gets paid for it. That's possible. Let's see if she has an active Instagram. I also don't think she has, but I think she's making books as I'm reading it here. She's selling her own books. Maybe that's how she makes money. That could be. But then again, I would monetize the website as well. Okay, so in the sheet, no affiliation, no affiliate, selling, books. Social media, I don't see it on the website. Contact, I think I just checked. WhatsApp, okay, not there. None, none, none. Top content, raffles. I only mention raffles because that's the first one that pops up in Bali. Okay, so let's see if there's one other small publisher. This one is smaller. This is a hotel itself. Luxury hotel. I think this is a programmatic website. Basically programmatic, they just scrape other platforms and they just make the page. Let's see if we click on this. Does it show where the reviews are coming from? No. I think this probably does really well because probably there's a really smart SEO guy behind this. But since November, Google updates, so Google does every now and then an algorithm update just to make sure all the quality is good. They got a big hit in traffic. They went from 260,000 traffic to 120,000. That's a big hit. So I don't think we should take this as an example. Maybe about their content structure. But then again, let's see if we click this, book now, I'm pretty sure this goes to booking.com affiliate. Yeah, so let's just add it to the list. Programmatic website, affiliate, booking.com. Does have social media? No, but it does all the destinations. No social media. None. I don't really care about their transparency, but let's see. No, I also think this is probably just a stock. Maybe I'm wrong. I assume this is a stock picture and this is just one person that built this. None. I don't really care. I'm more interested in small publishers for this. This is a flight company, Bali.com, the Honeycombers, maybe this one. Let's see what this website is about. Honeycombers Bali. I don't think this is a small platform, but no, I think this is a big travel website, but let's see. So again, 29 Best Luxury by Louisa. Let's see how they structure. Okay, so she's actually living here. I assume it's a legit person. Okay, so how they structure it, table of content, then the hotel, then just a link to the page. And this goes to a Bulgari review. So step inside, review of the room, the restaurant. But again, there's no affiliation here, which I don't understand. Because if we put them in Ahrefs, let's see. Let's check Bali only. Oh, they lost a lot of traffic as well since July 23. They lost a lot of traffic. The top pages, best beach clubs, single beach club review, things to do, where to eat in Ubud. They're mostly ranking in Indonesia. That's interesting to see. So they mostly rank in Indonesia. But yeah, again, no affiliation. So I will add this to the list. So this is content strategy. Let's see if they're even still posting. So I think they've been removing a lot of pages, probably because it's low quality content. So now they're just focusing on optimizing the pages. Here you can also see how often they change. So I think if you click it, Ahrefs will show you the changes that they made, because basically they scrape the pages every now and then they check if there's any change. I'll just let that load. But so basically they just list everything, and if they have a single review about it, they link to it. If they don't have it, they just link to the company's website. But I think this is a legitimate team or person that's actually visiting the property, so that's good. Another thing I just saw is this one, advertising. So our blogger got about Singapore and Hong Kong, bring latest news, and 50,000 tune in every single month, and we aim at 1 million by 2023. This has never been updated. So this could be interesting for us as well. So monetization have provide, let's call providers, advertise, and I will just add a link to it. So basically, let's say, hey, one hotel chain in Bali has a discount for the month of November. They can advertise on the platform, or when we start building an email list, I'm also gonna write this down. Email list. Let's say we have 5,000 people on the email list, and people or hotels want to send out a discount code, and we get money for that. That's a great way. So yeah, let's actually check is it good content? I think it's written in a very personal way, and I think that's good. So I like the content, manual written content and reviewed advertisement, I would say. Social media, I assume they have. Yeah, so they have TikTok, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram. Check the Instagram. Are they still active or not? 56k followers. When's this? 5 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, 10 weeks, 10 weeks. Yeah, so they're not that active anymore. What did I say? 50k followers? 50k followers, not that active anymore. I'm not sure if I can see the TikTok. I'm not sure if I have a TikTok account, maybe from one of my companies. Okay, so this is good. This is 400,000, 26,000, 5,000. So we should definitely leverage TikTok. TikTok, quite some views. So basically platforms I want to get into is have the main content on the website, then repurpose the content for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, perhaps. Does this company have YouTube? No, they don't. But I think it's good. Like if you make a 5-minute video with a review on a specific hotel, I think that's quite valuable. Just the question is, do we actually want to manually do this? So this content's also last updated 5th of December 2023, but it's still ranking in Google, so that's a good sign. Let's see if there's one more that we Can analyze, no. I think we also have enough data. So if we go back to this sheet, okay, so this we kind of covered, business model, search and filtering. Misleading information, I don't think there's really misleading information, it's just, it's all businesses, right? So if you want to make money with a company, if I now have a company and someone's like, hey, I'm gonna pay you 10,000 a month if I can be number one, of course I would still consider if they actually are a legit hotel, like if I would actually recommend them myself. But if I would recommend them anyway and I can make another 10K a month, like easy money. So I'm not gonna say no, but also like it needs to fit our own experience. Like if we didn't like it that much, or if we think like, hey, we should not recommend this, no way we're gonna put them in there. So I'm just gonna remove this. It's not that relevant. Yes, we did. Content strategy, post frequency, kinda. Monetization approach, social media presence, community engagement tactics, transparency about sponsorships, most successful content by engagement. Yes. Content gaps, no, but let's do this in the next episode where we are gonna do the keyword research. So deliverables by end of day, community comment, yes. And again, usually if I would approach new business, I would make more effort into doing a proper analysis. Right now, I'm gonna build this anyway. We already have a bunch of content, so it will be a waste to not repurpose this for the website. But again, I think it's good that if you want to start your own project, at least spend 5 hours on like figuring out like what are other people doing, like how does this work. I already know like how those travel blogs work, like I used to work with a few of them, so I know how to structure it kinda, but it's good to see that there's like different monetization models. So list of futures to adapt, yes. Collect on this one, no. This one, episode of tomorrow, yes. Okay, yeah, so next episode, so tomorrow actually gonna do the keyword research. So if you don't want to use a tool like Ahrefs, like in the whole series, I'm gonna use Ahrefs because I'm familiar with it. It's not the cheapest, I think I pay $250 a month, but it's the best. I've been trying other tools like SEMrush or whatever, I'm not a big fan. But if you want, you can just, I can show you, like if we now go on Google, say best hotels, here it already shows in Bali, in Ubud, in Seminyak. So Ubud, Seminyak are areas then, or if we do best cheap massage, Seminyak, best cheap eats, Canggu. Like we can already figure out what people are searching for just by doing this. So if you don't want to spend any money, like if you're a student or if you just don't have the funds to use a keyword research tool, it's all very doable. Like I'll try to, whenever I use a pay tool, to also give an alternative so that you can just do it yourself. Just I'm familiar with Ahrefs, so that's what I will be using in this episode. Content gap, I will fill in the sheet. So basically what I'm also curious, like whoever is watching this, I can publish this sheet online. So I will just add everything in there. I can publish it and then you guys can access it. Like I've been watching Jackie Chow from Indexy and he's been doing it great with Notion. Maybe I can do it on Notion as well. I have to check into that. But if you guys are interested, I can just, yeah, make this public. So whenever you want to build yourself something and you like the way that I'm doing it, you can just copy paste how I work and then just take it from there. Yeah, so for the amenities, we'll take this into account tomorrow or maybe the day after. Tomorrow, just figure out like what people are looking for, how we are going to structure the website, and then we take it from there. So yeah, just to summarize, there's different ways of monetizing the platform. One is affiliate money, one is advertising, one is Google ads, and one is selling something. Like Bali Honeymoon Guide is selling packages, like the other guy's selling a book. I'm not really interested in that. Like I just wanted to make it as easy as possible. Maybe what we can do in the future is say like, okay, hey, we have many travelers in Bali or many hotels we work with. Maybe we just set up a community and then people can get access to that community and then hotels can promote, or like honeymoon planners can promote their services if people are looking for a honeymoon. Like we can just figure out plans, but the basic should just be we build this platform and we leverage social media to drive traffic at the beginning. So traffic would be SEO and social media at the beginning. All right, I think that's it for today's episode. Happy to answer any questions in the comment section. Like, I don't like asking for likes and subscribers, but it's a nice addition and nice motivation for me to keep going. I'm gonna do the 60 days anyways, even if there's no one watching this. But it's always a nice stimulation, I think. All right, that's it for today. Tomorrow we're diving into keyword research and how travelers actually search for Bali information online. And then on day 3, I think we just start structuring the whole architecture of the website. So what will be the main categories? Like, how do we structure a single page? Like, how do we structure a category page? What filters do we need? And then the fun part starts. Like, all this research part is not very interesting to me, but basic research is necessary. All right, cheers guys, see you tomorrow.